So the problem is that every week AI gets better at generating answers, but the real question is whether people can still examine, challenge and take responsibility for those answers. And that's what the thinking room is built to support. It manifested itself from a process making apps which created 3 books, and the underlying process developed through failure into rules, to protocols and into a constitution, which essentially is a framework of different parts of the problem, but centered around the question, everything centered around the question. So essentially it's trying to produce a solution which is the discipline conditions under which AI-human collaboration becomes trustworthy judgment. So learning how to think, judge and remain responsible in a world where AI can produce instant answers faster than we know whether we can trust them. So essentially it just puts the question at the center. So a question, for example, should students be permitted to use generative AI in assessment? And we'll work through the process. You'll see it in a live environment to see how it works as we go through this video. So what you'll notice as the video is playing through is the left hand side is a normal ChatGPT interface, and on the right hand side embedded is a widget which has an interface where we're able to push evidence, push challenges, interpretations into an organized fashion so that we can go back into our chat, query it, listen to what ChatGPT is saying, question things ourselves. It pushes things into the widget that we can then organize, arrange, and just compile. So rather than a linear conversation that's going on in ChatGPT where we can lose track of things, it's just trying to organize the argument, organize the evidence, push any challenges that you or your community, the people that you're dealing with, might be putting any uncertainties in. So it's helping you to build an opinion around it. And then it's asking you critical judgment. What are we going to do about it? And then ultimately, who's going to own this decision? So it forces you through a series of questions, forces you through a process to try and enhance and elaborate and make the process more intuitive and more structured. To summarize this tripartite relationship, I would say that I designed and governed the method, Codex has built and helped test the application, and then it sits neatly inside ChatGPT to help interpret, organize and challenge it in real time. The essence is that in an age of answers, we place the question at the center in order to preserve the human process.